Hi, it's Rob here again, and I think I've mentioned recently that I've come into possession of some firearms through the death of a premature death, I should say, of a good friend, and I've received these as from his collection. And the one I'd like to show you today is this. This is a Swiss K11, and the K11 is the shorter version of the Langgewehr 11, the 11 rifle, and there's a little bit of history attached to this one. This one belonged to the grandfather of my friend, the friend who died, and was in the family, I presume, since around 1920. This one was manufactured in around 1920, and as such is coming up to be 93 years old or 94 years old. The K11 is very similar. This one is you call it in Switzerland we don't call it that, but I know in a lot of the literature this is called a Schmidt Rubin K11. Schmidt and Rubin were two characters around the turn of the century. One of them designed the ammunition of this, which was introduced in the same year as the rifle. That's this thing. These are rather old surplus ones. That's a GP11. It's been described as 308 on steroids because it is a bit longer. It's the same projectile as a 308. But the case holds a little bit more powder, and these ones are it's the 7.5 times 55 cartridge, whereas the NATO denomination for 308 is 7.65 times, or 7.61 times 51, or 7.62 I should say, times 51. So the case is shorter on 308. And I'll put that away. And this is as you can see, is a stripper clip, which was introduced apparently as a result of a competition they had. There was a metal entry in the competition, but the cheaper one won. As you can see, this is cardboard here, just this much is metal at the top, and this is all open down this side, and this side is closed. And the same with the Gewehr 11 and the 1911 rifle and the 1911 carbine, like this one. To load it, you place the stripper clip in here and just press down with your thumb. That's why this side is completely open, so the thumb can go down, and there's even a rounded piece which is where your thumb would press down. As it is, I'm pressing with my little finger at the moment the follower in the magazine, which you can see is here, this bit. But normally you wouldn't need to remove the magazine. You just place the stripper clip in, or clip, it's a more like a holder, and press down all the way with your thumb. That loads the magazine. In fact, I can show you that, demonstrate that happening. There we go. And so we've got now a full magazine with six shots in it. Normally you wouldn't remove the magazine, but I'm doing that just to show you. And so it's a very fast, quick, efficient way of reloading, which you can see doing it this way is neither fast nor efficient. There we go. Finally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to be careful just to make sure that when I close here, this indicates this ring here, which of course can be manipulated with a gloved finger. This is live. This shows that we are cocked. In fact, you can pull it back and cock it, and then as you pull the trigger it moves forward and the firing pin is in here. Now the difference to the K31 is this huge length that you have to the with the bolt. I'll show you that by removing the bolt. At least I would if I remembered how to do it. So there we go. You can see here the bolt is a huge thing, much longer than on the K31. The K31 comes to about here. And this here is the extractor, which is a very long bit of spring steel here. And as with the K31, you've got this mechanism so that you can have the straight pull, but the lugs, which are here, I don't know if you can see that, it's there and here, the lugs will get turned into their locking slots, which are by the breech. So a very long bolt. Ah yes, let's take this out. Very long bolt. There we go. And as we always have to do, the range is always put it on safe with the magazine out. And in fact the range insists we have the bolt out as well. There we go. Here we go. So let's move these out of the way. And what I thought I would do is to do a few close-ups, which I need to take the camera off the tripod for, and then perhaps to compare to a K31 which I've got with me, and I'll put them side by side on the bench and we can compare them. But for the moment I'll turn the camera off and we'll come back with the close-ups.